Hi guys, welcome to another Yap session. I know it's been a minute. I think the last video I posted had to do with, oh God, what was the last video I posted? Honestly, couldn't tell you because I tried to post like a Frank Ocean Channel Orange Bad Religion review video. That went nowhere. I don't know if it's because it included the title name Bad Religion or what, but it just didn't perform at all. I would say perform well, but it did not perform at all. Sorry, let me wipe the, not even tears, but just like water from my eyes after sneezing. Oh my gosh, it's bright out, so if you see me looking everywhere but down at my iPad, then that's why. But yeah, welcome to what I would call, or what I am going to call, sidewalk chats with Mora, because I am not currently at my home, my place of residency, so we're making do with the space and resources that we have. So instead of getting the aesthetic lighting of my sunset lamp, we are just getting the natural light from the sun, which is probably so much better anyways. But today I just wanted to yap about like how being a thought daughter is very lonesome and also depressing sometimes, and just how being a critical thinker can be so like lonely and depressing. I remember I would see like TikTok videos about people saying like, oh yeah, being educated and being like more on the left-leaning side can be kind of isolating and depressing, and I was like, oh, like I don't understand what they mean. Like I would need to do research and get statistics on it. But the more that I think about myself and how my views shape the way I perceive life and friendships and relationships, I'm like, oh my gosh, like yes, I totally 100% agree. And I made a TikTok and posted it on my second account where I kind of post like my think pieces, movie reviews, book reviews, and just reviews on things and people in society. Yet another sneeze. And it did fairly well. I think a lot of people were able to relate to it, but it was inspired by another creator. I think their name was like Ozzy. I'll take a screenshot of their account and post it on there, or actually just show the video that they posted. And basically in it, I just said that I wish I wasn't such a critical thinker. I wish I wasn't so self-aware and, as people say, like a quote-unquote thought daughter, like THOUGHT, not the other one. Sorry for the sniffles. I might, now that I'm thinking about it, I might just speed this up because I talk at a certain cadence that most people would think is like, oh my gosh, that's too slow. She's drowning her words out. I can't concentrate, but it's okay. But essentially, with being a thought daughter and being self-aware comes this like distancing from things that you know aren't inherently good for you, because it's like you're very self-aware of how you act. Of course, self-awareness means being aware of the self, and it can be very daunting and isolating because you can do anything. You could think something, you could have an interaction with somebody, and afterwards you're just analyzing like the way you acted or reacted to certain things, or the way that things were said. And then when you're a critical thinker, it's like you're prone to doing things that are on the quote-unquote safer side, I think with being a critical thinker comes this judgment of people who aren't necessarily at the same caliber as you. Not saying that, oh, you're better because you're a critical thinker. It's just that you view the world differently. Like you look at how certain systems affect things today. Like for me, I'm about to sneeze again. I feel it. Excuse me. Like me, I'm very politically aware and invested because politics shape everyday life. It shapes how we get access to food, or if people have access to things such as like adequate health care, medical care resources, and even if they have access to a grocery store, because I've been on both the side of poverty and both on the side of like middle class wealth, so I know how certain things affect people. I'm not gonna go too much into like my situation right now just based on where I'm located, but this is literally a side tangent. But anyways, being politically aware is like actually caring about the state of the freaking country, not even the state of the country but the world. So like whenever people are talking about mundane things, not saying there's anything wrong with talking about like mundane things, because I feel like you have to be able to have a good mix of, as people say, quote unquote, brain rot and just mundane everyday conversations. But I feel like my conversations with my friends teeter more on the deep and philosophical side. And I feel like if I can't necessarily have that mix with other people, or if I meet people who are just very dense and just only like don't look at the world in structures and just behaviors for all that they are, like, it's not that I can't necessarily be friends with you, but it's harder for me to have a connection with you, so to speak. So I feel like that within itself is kind of daunting, because most people my age, despite what social media portrays, aren't as like aware or like even care about that stuff, because that stuff, and by stuff I mean like being politically aware of like the political climate of the world, what's going on with the presidency, and just when you deconstruct religion and like societal structures that hold, that stuff can be very daunting, because it's like at the end of the day, we know we have these systems in place, but like what can we do about them? Like a good percent of us are aware of it, and we're actively doing what we can do as individuals to dismantle like misogyny and prejudices we have and things like that. But at the end of the day, the system is just so ingrained in everyday life and in each and every one of us that it's kind of hard to deconstruct it unless everybody is, one, willing to fork up the power that they might have under those structures, and two, be willing to dismantle it. And like, I mean, those who benefit from like patriarchy, misogyny, and just being a hateful person. Because at the end of the day, if you agree with like white supremacy, not saying that people outright agree with white supremacy, but it's so like interlaced. Like even this was supposed to be a debrief, or me word vomiting how being a thought daughter is so isolating, but then I'm still over here being critical and analyzing things like that. So I don't know, it can just be very daunting, because I want to be able to enjoy, like I said, the ignorance that comes with youth, the mistakes that come with youth, and just like being a freaking child. Like I want to go to a party knowing I might not like it, and dabble in stuff I know I have no business dabbling in, because at the end of the day, youth doesn't necessarily mean innocence. It's just a time for trying things and for exploring things, because we only have our youth once in life. Like we're only young once. So if I'm spending all of my youth just being overly like critical of life and society, then like where does that leave me? Like, yeah, it's cool to critique society and stuff, but at the end of the day, you still have to live in it, and you still have to like socialize and have friendships and have relationships. But like I feel like I kind of close myself off, not intentionally, from some relationships. Sometimes I wish I was like not as aware, and I don't want to say as smart. Oh my gosh, here's my cousin's husband. Oh, sorry. But like I wish I wasn't as aware of things, so that way I could just walk around in like a state of ignorant bliss, like walk around ignorantly blissful. I don't know if that's how you say it. I don't know. I don't feel like editing this video, so what you see is what you get. But I just want to walk around, because I just want to be able to enjoy my youth, because I feel like, I know I'm too uptight, and I just want to enjoy my youth and like make mistakes and just, I don't know. And I also feel like I would probably have better luck with friendships and even with dating if I wasn't so like aware and dare I say conscious, because most of the boys, not even men, because we just turned 18 and they're still developing. You know, we all know it's scientifically proven that men develop slower than women. So of course there's that gap and disparity. But then there's also like, I'm not saying all men don't care about life and society as a whole, but I'm around my brother and his friends, and they're like, what, 2 years younger than me, and they don't really care. And even from my experience with male friends and things like that, they don't really care about the certain things that I'm aware of. So it's like, damn, maybe I need to get off my high horse and just not care about the things that I care about, because then that'll make me quote unquote more appealing and attractive. Not even just physically attractive, but from the personality perspective, because it's not like I'll be raging about like the political state of the world and misogyny and patriarchy and white supremacy and race and all the time. Not saying I do that, but like I do that, but like I don't do that. My iPad just shut down because of the temperature, but I hope you all enjoyed this video and this little rambling. I might keep it up, I might take it down and come back when I have more concise thoughts. But yes, to my thought daughters, THOUGHT, thought daughters out there, it's okay for you to feel. It's okay for you to be as empathetic and critical of yourself in the world, but don't be too hard to the point where you can't enjoy the simple things in life, the mundane things in life. And I love you all, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye. My new bitch look like Tyler Perry.